LogScope OSDU capability demonstration. In this demonstration, we will discuss header information imputation, LAS file upload, core information inclusion, and mass data migration. Let's discuss the header information storage first. The header information of a well contains information that is pertinent and important for a petrophysical evaluation and for other work. LogScope stores this information within the well structure, and the information contains the coordinate information and other information, as well as the run information and the remarks information. Once this information is in LogScope, it can be uploaded with the well into the OSDU environment. LogScope allows the uploading of files directly from source. We open the LogScope OSDU connection and select Upload. We choose and set the legal tags the way we want them, and then we're able to go and choose an external directory and select all the LAS files that we wish to upload. And then we upload them, and it uploads them after validating the list. We can validate the upload by using the map interface of LogScope, drawing a polygon around the area, and we can see the wells that have been uploaded. And we can refine the search with well name or any of the other parameters that are selected. We can zoom in on the particular wells to see them in detail, and they are shown on the map, and we can see them like so. You can then select them and download them back to whatever software. In the next section, we'll discuss loading core image and the data storage of that image with the well. And this is one of the features of LogScope. We can actually import core image photos or any color photo into LogScope and store it with the well on depth and with whatever comments that we wish. Here we're going to load some core photos, and we load them in, and it selects them. If the file names have the start and end depth, it loads them with the start and the end depth automatically loaded. And then as soon as it's loaded, we can display the information on the plot directly. The data is displayed in real time and at the same scale as the rest of the plot. As you can see, the data is here. If we change the scale, we can zoom in and look at the data. Core analysis is also important and is done in the laboratory, and that information can also be loaded into LogScope. It is discrete data, so we can just import from a CSV or by pasting from a spreadsheet. Here we're going to import from a CSV file. Once it's imported, it's loaded straight away into the data set, and you can look at the data in both a digital view and also as a plot view. On import, the mnemonics or the descriptors of the curves can be standardized or changed, and once it's loaded in, you can see the data as you would in a spreadsheet. We just give it a set name and we load it in, and we can see the data like so. When we go back to the plot view, we can plot the plot data, and here we're doing the porosity first, and it gets plotted as points. We will also add in the grain density, and you can see the data plotted all together. Now we're going to load the data to OSDU. The data is loaded into the OSDU by simply selecting the project, opening it up, and then just choosing the well, and we choose it from a project in LogScope rather than from the LAS file, and it will load it automatically straight in. Once it's loaded in, we can search for it and validate that it's in there by simply selecting the polygon area, and we draw a circle around the area, and then we search, and it will identify the well and show us that it's there. LogScope can be used to load unlimited wells into it, and in this section we're going to load 500 wells. We've already selected the 500 wells in LogScope, and we then open the map view and we upload, And again, we're going to select from within LogScope to upload. We fill in the legal tags, and then we select the wells, and we upload the data as we would normally. And at the end of the upload, it will give us a message telling us that the data has been uploaded, and we can save that file to a directory, and we can check why certain files have not been uploaded. To validate the data in LogScope, you can also download the data from the OSDU, and here's an example of that use. So we open the OSDU and we look at the map view, and then we can draw a polygon around the area, and we can refine that polygon with a well name. So here we are, and we define it with a well name, and we can see, once this is done, we can sort of see all the wells there. We can then zoom in and look at the wells, and then we can select those wells to download by drawing a circle around them and downloading them. Once the wells are downloaded, we can then look at them in a map view in order to draw a cross-section that is scaled and a projection, and then draw a line of section through wells. We then draw a circle around the wells that we once selected in the cross-section, and we can enter the cross-section mode. In cross-section mode, we can use a template mode, but we're also going to show you how we can datum this cross-section on a particular formation. So basically, you choose the cross-section and you have all the facilities in the menu to change and choose the formations that you want to include in the cross-section. Once this is done, you can then present the cross-section and move around the cross-section, change the scale, and do a variety of other operations with it. From the cross-section menu and also inside LogScope, we can do a multi-well evaluation. LogScope uses one or many wells as reference wells or master wells for doing the petrophysical evaluation. You can selectively choose the zones that you wish to have processed, and that's done here. So here we're choosing the formations or the zones that we wish to process, and then we can choose the type of processing, and then upon hitting OK, it will go ahead and it will process all the data. Once it's processed, one can walk through all the wells, and it's used exactly the same parameters on each well to do the interpretation. We can then exit out to the cross-section, and we can change the template to be a petrophysical cross-section, and here is the cross-section with all the data displayed and the processing of each of those wells.